The Central Courtyard Bar at the Arizona Biltmore buzzed. Dignitaries from the college sports world posted up around the circular space and in the cabanas scattered around the ritzy resort 30 minutes east of State Farm Stadium, the site of the NCAA Men's Final Four. The hotel that's hosted presidents and is full of influences from Frank Lloyd Wright served as the home base for athletic directors and business executives throughout the week. On this day, though, it was the basketball game happening 2,000 miles away in Cleveland that had everyone downright giddy. "Let's go." A couple no older than 35 shouted toward another set of Iowa fans in the lobby ahead of the Hawkeyes' 87-75 loss to South Carolina in the women's national title game. Throughout that Sunday afternoon, Scottsdale, Glendale and Phoenix bars and restaurants were packed to catch a glimpse of Caitlin Clark's final college game and to celebrate Dawn Staley's third national title at South Carolina. All weekend even those intimately involved with the men's side, like athletic directors David Benedict, UConn, and Book Oregon, NC State, split time between the sites to support their respective women's teams competing halfway across the country. NCAA President Charlie Baker, too, spent the bulk of the week in Cleveland, arriving on site for the men's title last week before tip-off of the UConn-Purdue final. Women's basketball has enjoyed a boom in recent years. The South Carolina-Iowa contest, which brought in a record 18.9 million viewers on ABC and outdrew the men on TBS, truTV and TNT for the first time in history, set the bar one step higher. That's left those in college athletics circles wondering if, long-term, there's reason to consider merging the NCAA's two preeminent postseason events. Take Grand Slam tennis, Wimbledon, the US Open, the Australian Open, the French Open. Think about how ludicrous it would be at this stage to separate out any of those events, between men and women, Big East Commissioner Val Ackerman said. They're made better together. Basketball would be made better together, if we were all in the same place, and not having sponsors and fans and NCAA brass and dignitaries having to choose. But that's what we're doing, we're asking people to choose. One need not squint to see the growth of women's basketball. Caitlin Clark jerseys and Iowa t-shirts littered the streets of Phoenix throughout the men's Final Four. The aforementioned television product, too, has exploded. This year's women's national title game peaked at 24.1 million viewers in addition to its all-time average record breaker. That's better than all but 2 nights of the 2021 Tokyo Olympics. That's better than every Kentucky Derby since 1983. That's better than every final round of the Masters since 2001. That's better than each of the past 4 men's basketball title games. Pretty good, Baker said, channeling his inner Larry David through a grin.